Hello and welcome to another live English lesson with me, teacher Zdenek, and one of the members of the Achievers Chamber, which is a Discord group for English learners that I run. And this time it's Martin. Hi, Martin. How are you?
I'm good, Zdenek. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm excellent.
Uh,
Despite the fact that this is the second time I'm doing this introduction, because the first time I forgot to click the record button. So
yeah.
right. So what's the topic we are talking about today, Martin?
Yeah, we want to speak about fitness
Yep.
and sports, or
How to stay fit, how to keep
how to,
yourself fit.
yeah.
I think everybody can see I'm wearing a helmet. I mean, if you didn't notice, what's wrong with you? You must have noticed I'm wearing this, right? Okay, Martin. The first question I have got for you is, well, how are you? Everything okay with you in
Yeah,
your life?
everything is fine
Glad to
at the
hear that.
moment. Everything, it's really good.
Touch wood.
Touch
Touch
wood.
wood. Yeah. Of course. So let's get started with our questions. Don't forget, viewers, that you can get involved, post comments, leave questions for us. We will put the most interesting ones on screen, and we will keep this show. I say show. It's a lesson. We will keep this lesson as interactive as possible. Okay. So Martin, the first question for you is a big question actually. What is your secret to staying fit?
It's actually not a secret. Yeah, to stay fit, you have to do some workouts, yeah, or some sport, yeah, in order to keep fit. And it's not a secret; it's well known. If you want to be fit, yeah, you should do something for it,
Mhm. Yep.
and this has to do, yeah, with sport.
Mhm. Is it so? You think it all comes down to sport? It all boils down to just sport. Is
Not everything, but it's um, it's a big, how to say,
factor.
factor, yeah, a big factor. Yeah, doing some physical activities and for a special amount of time, yeah, and a couple of I want to say sometimes in the week, for example, 3 times or 4 times a week, you should do something like this.
Yeah, you mean you need to stay consistent. That's the
Consistent, yeah, consistency is really
consistency is
important.
key, right?
Yeah.
Consistency, consistency. Be consistent. Just writing this down. Then we can later go through it in the feedback section.
Yeah.
Discuss some vocabulary as well. Repeat it. Practice it. Yeah. So I want to say hello to Igor, who's watching us, who left a comment P. Thanks for that. Thanks for that, Igor. And then Irena says hi as well, and she approves. She approves. She approves of my outfit. She
Yeah.
she says it's suitable for the topic. Thanks. You don't want to know the very reason I did this. I think there is more to it than I'm willing to share. But as long as it works, all is good. Right. Martin, a lot of people say that sport is just 30% or 20%, and then most of it is your diet and your habits, if you sleep well and eat well. So is this true, or where do you
Yes,
stand?
absolutely. Absolutely. Um, if you want to live a healthy life or live a healthy life, uh, then you is it, it yeah, you need to change some habits. This involves nutrition. Yeah.
Yep.
Also, you have to sleep
Yeah.
as much as possible. Yeah. It's really healthy to sleep for a long time.
I almost feel like it has become a cliche, and people ignore it. Like people don't realize it, and
No,
I'm guilty of this myself. To be honest with you, I don't always sleep in the right way. And what is it about sleep that we just don't talk about it? Like we just don't not talk about it, but we just don't give it enough attention. I feel like people don't realize how important it is, including myself sometimes. You need to sleep enough, and you need to get quality sleep.
yeah,
And if you don't, then the regeneration process doesn't happen in the right way. Do you
yeah,
agree?
yeah, that's right. Yeah. There are some factors. I bought a book about endurance
Okay.
sports in English, and there are really good scientific statements in it, and for example, also about stress in the body, yeah, physical stress, mental stress, and so on. And in this book it is described that if you have now when you sleep time is too less, yeah, it is not good for the whole recovery process. Yeah? And yeah, I think there is really, it's right. Yeah, the statement
Yeah,
about it.
I see what you
But
mean.
but to be honest, my sleep habits are also not as optimal as it should be. Yeah, actually, too short my sleep.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, that's perfectly that's I feel you. I get you.
Yeah.
Pavel says hi, and also this is what Igor says. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one of those. And guys, I've said it a few times before. After I came back from Ireland, I started teaching on my bicycle. I teach some of my private lessons while cycling, and it's really cool. And I'm determined to do it even when it's dark, even after dark, and it's still possible. The student can see me. It's just maybe they can see a little bit less of me. But I don't use a flashlight. I can't use the flashlight. I can't use the like a headlight, because then because I've got a phone attached to the handlebars, and if I use a flashlight, I'm going I'm there's going to be too much light. I'm going to blind my student with the lights. you know, the, there will be too much light for my student. They will not see my face. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
So I can't do that during those lessons, I'm afraid. Anyway, Martin, let's carry on with our questions. So this is a question about motivation. How do you motivate yourself to keep doing the right thing? Because we often know what we should do. And I know it. I've read a lot about it. I've heard it from left, right, and center, but I don't always do it. So how do you motivate yourself to do it, Martin?
I don't know exactly. This is if you have no, it's if you like what you do, then it's not a motivation, yeah, or not. You don't have to motivate yourself, yeah. For me, it's yeah, it's a normal routine. Every second day I go for a run, yeah?
Yep.
And it doesn't matter if it rain or not, yeah. But if it's too cold, then I stay at home, yeah, and I don't go for a run.
Yep.
And uh, 2 months ago, I started a second sport. Yeah, I started to go swimming,
Oh, really?
and yeah, because I was thinking about is it good only go for a run? Yeah, your legs are well trained, yeah, and the body, but your arms
Hmm.
haven't to do so much, yeah, and therefore I was thinking, what's a sport you can add to your routine? And yeah, in the past when I was a child, and I was a swimmer in this time, but this is 40 more than 40 years ago, yeah, and I thought to myself, buy a trunk, a swimming trunk, and yeah, try to go swim. And I was highly motivated to go in a swimming pool. It is a public swimming pool in our city, and the the pool open in the early, very early in the morning. I can go to swim 6 o'clock in the morning before work, and yeah, and I started to go swimming, and but it was the first time. It was really horrible, yeah, because yeah, I was so exhausted,
Exhausted.
exhausted,
Exhausted.
yeah,
Mhm.
because of 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 the movements, and I could do the movements, but the strength um, was away. Yeah, I couldn't go for a long swim. Yeah, and I have
Mhm.
to do some breaks between the lanes. Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah,
You got tired easily.
yeah, exactly.
Mhm. So it's not.
But
Is it strength? Is that strength? Maybe it's endurance, right?
endurance, yeah, endurance, yeah, it's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, your arms felt like really weak arms because of
Right, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I see what you mean. So this is what made you pick or take up. That's a good phrasal verb. This is
yeah,
what made you take up another sport.
yeah.
Yeah, take
Because
up a sport.
because when you have a problem with a joint or a body part like the hips also,
Yeah.
uh, what can you do? You have to do a break, yeah, and but sometimes it needs some weeks, yeah, and then your endurance got less or get less, no,
Mm, gets worse, I would say, or
increase, no,
decreases
decrease,
your.
decrease, decrease.
Mhm.
And therefore I was thinking about it, what can I do? And then I start to thinking about swimming, and then I start. And now I have to say, now 2 months later, I like it more going swimming than going for a run.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes, to be honest with you, I have also got into swimming a little bit. I didn't used to do it when I was younger. I didn't used to like it so much, but the older I am, the more I like it. The problem I have though is that I don't have that many opportunities here. So
Mm,
we have lakes here where I am based. We have lakes here, so
yeah.
that's a possibility, but only in summer. I mean, I could go now. 'Cause there are some people who go now, but most
Yeah,
people don't. For most people, this is just cold, and I'm not one
yeah,
of those.
this is
Like,
really
you have to train for this. Like, you can do it, but you have to train for this, and I don't think you can stay there for a long time. I think it's always gonna be just a few minutes, and I'm
yeah,
like, "Is that even worth it for me?" So, you go to a swimming pool, you said, don't you?
yeah. it's an indoor swimming pool, and yeah, it's because of the situation. Um, Everyone wants to save energy, and they reduce the temperature in the swimming pool 2 degrees.
Okay.
Yeah, and but for me,
Okay.
it's not a problem. It's actually it's good for me. Yeah, because
Yeah.
the first lane it's cold, then it's over, then it's okay. Yeah, but in a newspaper here in our city, a local newspaper, there was a report about kids who go in this pool for swimming, and there was a little bit complaining about, because kids have problems. They cool up. Can I say cool up? Or the body is.
Yeah, it's too cold.
Mm, mm,
It doesn't warm up enough, or it
yeah, yeah,
stays,
or yeah, something like this.
yeah,
Yeah.
it stays cold or something.
And there was really a big report about yeah, the situation. But like I
Mm.
said before, for me, and the most in the morning, you can imagine 6 o'clock in the morning, there are only ambitious sports people. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
like me. Yeah, they want to go for a swim. Yeah, and they have no problem with the cold water and so.
yeah,
And yeah, it is not cold like a lake. Yeah, really not. You can't
yeah.
compare it
I'm
with
sure.
your
I'm sure
situation.
you're right. Yeah. And about, was it 1.5 months ago? I went to the sea after like 27 years. It was amazing, man, to swim in the sea as well. I have to say, it was such
Yeah,
a great thing to do. I really enjoyed myself there. Apparently, diving suit will help you to swim in cold water. So
yeah,
this is advice from Max,
yeah,
and also Maria. Maria says there's no secret, but doing physical activity is needed for staying fit. Eating healthy food is not enough.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's a
Yep.
combination of all. Yeah,
Yeah. I think it also depends on what kind of job you have, because if you have a job like a manual, if it's manual work, if you're a builder, let's say, or I don't know, a painter, and you keep moving your hands and your body all the time, you keep walking in your job, then perhaps you need it less, and you can be fit. But then too many of us have all those office
yeah,
jobs,
yeah,
including myself. Now I work from home, I sit a lot, and I don't walk enough, and I can see it's starting to become a bit of an issue. So I go running like Martin, yeah, but I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough. So I at some point I'll have to start doing more. I also used to work out in the past, but I don't do that anymore because I don't enjoy it so much, Martin. I don't know how about you, but I used to enjoy working out more in the past, and now I'm like a little bit lazy. So when it comes to running, it's easier to force myself. Yeah, because it's just like I know that there is a start, and I have to go to I go somewhere, and then I know I turn on my app as well, and then I finish at a certain point. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's just easier to justify it to my stupid brain. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's carry on. Okay. So we have talked about sleep. We have talked about food a little bit. So let's skip these questions. All right. Let's. You know what? Like we're talking about different sports here. So I wonder, Martin, what are the best sports to keep yourself fit, in your opinion?
Um, I will call it, yeah, endurance sport. For me, endurance sports is the best way to do something for your health or for your lifestyle, yeah? For your healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
And yeah, for me, like I said before, I use two sports, yeah, like running and swimming.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's for me actually the best. Running for me, it's really good. I can go out of the house and
Yep.
start run. Yeah, we have fields, we have forests here, and it's really an optimal
Solution.
location
Yep.
or a solution. Yeah?
Hmm.
And for swimming, I have to to drive with my car, yeah, to go with my car, and but it's in the near of my workplace, yeah, and not far away, and therefore it's really a good opportunity to go before work, go for a swim for one an hour, about one an hour, and yeah, it's really good.
Hmm.
But I think cycling is also a good, really good
Yep.
sport for.
No, absolutely. As I said, I cycle now these days when I teach, but it's for me it's more like stretching because I don't cycle quickly because I need to focus on my student.
Mm.
And if I go quickly, something terrible could happen. Yeah, I need to focus where I'm going, and I'm listening to my student and talking to my student and correcting my student. So it's not the same because I don't exert much physical activity when I do that. It's more like stre- to stretch my body.
Yeah, but this is also good because um, when I go for a run, I only run with my heart rate monitor. Yeah, and I run with a really low heart rate. Yeah, um, I don't run really quick or really fast. Yeah, really
Yeah,
slowly, but only. And this is really good for also for you. Yeah,
yeah,
to
sure.
ride a bike really slowly, more slowly. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think the best thing to do if you want to make progress is to like combine like sprints and long distance runs, and that's how you build your muscles. And it also depends what exactly you want to do,
Yeah,
right?
that's
If
it.
you want, if you want to make progress, if you want to get better, I heard from fitness instructors that's what you have to do. But it really depends on your aims, right? We've got some really interesting comments here from Maria. Maria, it's really good to have you here. Um, the second question, I motivate myself to keep doing the right things. Sometimes it's enough if I look if I look at myself in the mirror. Uh, it tells me, "Hey, what are you waiting for? Time is passing so quickly. Think
Yeah,
about regretting things that you didn't do before due to your laziness." I love all this stuff, Maria. Are you like a motivational speaker or something, or a fitness instructor? You sound like one. I need you in my life. Can you come more often, please? Can you come more often and say these things to me? Okay. She also. I assume it's she, right? Maria sounds like a female name to me.
I go to the gym.
She goes to the gym 3 times a week. Swimming can't be a good choice if you do breast swimming in a bad method like me. Yes. Yeah. This is exactly. Are you my conscience, Maria? Are you my conscience? You sound like my conscience. This is exactly what I do. But I swim slowly. Anyway, it's hard to get the right style, yeah? To learn the right style. If you have been doing it wrong your whole life. The thing is, I do everything wrong and then like I lose motivation if I need to do at least something, you know? Even running, like there's a fitness instructor that would tell me I don't run in the right way. But I've been running like this my entire life. Yeah? So like uh, at least I run. Yeah. I don't necessarily agree with this, that when people say it's better to do nothing if you do it wrong. Not I think it the thing is, um you just need to do something, in my opinion. What do you think, Martin? Like, of course you don't want to hurt yourself, right? There's this
Yeah.
question, like, most people go to the gym, they lift weights in the wrong way, then they hurt themselves, right? You see, I'm torn about this. But on the other hand, if you do nothing your entire life, isn't that equally bad? The best way to stay fit is stop eating. Okay, yes.
Now stop eating the wrong things.
Yeah, well, maybe there is this breatharianism, right? When you just eat air, people just,
Yeah.
there are people like that. They just eat air. They don't eat anything else. They get energy out of air. I don't know. Yeah, but I think Roger meant to stop eating the wrong things. Yeah. Okay, let's move on, Martin. I want to ask a question about alcohol, because obviously, um, that's something that should be addressed as well. Can you drink alcohol at all? Is it?
Yes, I can. I can. But I have to say, I drink. But if I say I drink alcohol, it sounds I drink alcohol every day. Yeah, but this is not the situation. I drink sometimes. I drink a beer. Yeah, but not in not many bottles. I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, you drink in moderation. Yeah.
In moderation. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Hmm.
and really not every day. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, but moderate,
You drink in moderation, meaning within limits, reasonably.
reasonably, exactly.
Yeah. But obviously, people who drink too much, I mean, you're poisoning yourself. So it doesn't really go well with keeping yourself fit, right? Let's be honest.
Yeah, yeah.
You really have to you really have to drink in moderation, meaning you have one small beer a day, maybe, or one small glass of wine. I guess it's not. I'm not a doctor or a diet person, okay? But I believe, my common sense is telling me that one small beer a day is actually good for your digestion. So, like, as long as it's small, I guess it's not the worst. Have you frozen? Oh yeah, you're still here. Okay, good.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you I thought you had frozen. Okay, I'm just gonna skip this question as well. Right, this is a good question, I think. Does it help to have mates, or can you do this alone, Martin? When you're talking about keeping fit and
Yeah.
staying.
No, I do it alone. I do this alone because there's some reason. First reason, you need time to go for a run. Yeah. When can you do it? Yeah. You come home from work. Yeah. Yeah. You have family. Yeah. You have to go for grocery to the grocery store to buy something. Yeah. And if you do this with mates, then yeah, you need more time. And the second reason is I run really slowly, yeah,
Okay.
because of my heart rate, and it makes no sense if you run with another guy or a mate who is faster than me. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not good. Yeah. Therefore, I haven't thought about a running club or something, yeah, because of
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Running club. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but can you see that there might be some benefits to having mates with whom you do sports? Can you do you see the other Can you see the other side of the argument as well, Martin?
Yes, yes, there is something positive in it. One positive thing about it is if you yeah you have a weekly routine perhaps, then you have to go to this event, because the other one is waiting for you, and
Yeah.
this is perhaps a motivation also, to go.
Yeah. You don't want to embarrass yourself, right? You don't want to embarrass yourself. You don't
Yeah,
want to be that person that doesn't go, yeah, who has to call it off. So that could be a good way of motivating yourself, right?
yeah,
But I understand the other side as well, that there is a certain level of commitment you need, right? Because especially if you agree on a certain hour, maybe you go regularly, and then as you say, if you are a family man or busy person, you can't always make it, and you need to find someone who is reliable, right? Who you are on the same wavelength with, and it's not
yeah.
always easy. Yeah,
Yeah, you have to adapt it to your lifestyle, or your
exactly,
conditions.
exactly. Hey, look, thanks for this, Igor. I like running, and better to say, listen to audiobooks or the next. Or okay, this is my Czech. I have a Czech podcast as well.
So,
I have a Czech podcast. I thought you were mentioning Zdenek's English podcast. By the way, speaking of Zdenek's English podcast, I have some good news. I think right after this live English lesson, I'm gonna publish a new episode. I've already prepared. I'm just putting some final touches to it. Literally, just writing the description of the episode. It's all prepared. The episode is edited and everything is ready to be released. And it's a big one. It's an episode with Jason Lavine, a legend of an English teacher who is known for rapping. He's a rapper, and he raps when he teaches English. And
yeah, yeah,
his videos have gone viral. He
I
has
know
got
him.
viral videos. His most famous one is called Stick Stuck Stuck, where he teaches English learners irregular verbs. So I have recorded an interview with him, and it has been in the pipeline for a long time. And today is the day to release it. So tonight it's gonna be out. I will I will I will try to do it ASAP after our lesson. And also there is a video. So give me maybe one more day, and it will be on this YouTube channel as well. So that's something to look forward to. Um, this is like if you are learning Czech language. I think Igor is one of the listeners of my Czech podcast. This is a podcast for Czech learners. It has nothing to do with the English language. But thanks for thanks for promoting it, Igor. Okay, we've got a lot of people are getting involved. I'm starting to feel that it's the title. We chose the right title, Martin. It's a
Yeah,
very clickbaity. How to keep
mm,
how to keep what did I call it? How to stay fit. Yeah,
stay fit. Yeah,
I need to do this more often. More people are likely to come. Okay. Well, Maria, I've read on the internet people who are absolutely anti-alcoholic will die sooner than people who drink in moderation. Beers contain beer. You want to say beer contains many healthy, not materials, but what, Martin? What do we want to say here? Uh, what's the word?
nutrition
Elements, not elements.
element,
My God. My mind has gone completely blank. Minerals, like minerals. I want to
minerals.
say minerals and substances maybe, right? But not materials. Materials is something like wood or timber or like coal or what else? Stone,
Steel.
iron. Steel could be a material, but it's a processed material, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Right. So yeah. Uh, right. Yeah, that's that's Maria. That's interesting. I mean, you read it on the internet. I would be careful about the internet because you read a lot of things on the internet. Yeah. Also, you hear a lot of things on the internet, including this channel. Yeah. So What I will say is there is a good phrase for you guys. Take it with a pinch of salt. Take it with a pinch of salt. This is just an English lesson. I'm an English teacher. I know what I'm doing as a teacher, but I don't necessarily know what I'm doing when I speak about these things. I'm just a guy that has an opinion. I'm sure Martin is the same. Martin, it's not you are not fitness instructor, right? It's not your job.
No, no, no,
You're a
absolutely
doc-
not.
you're a
I'm
doctor.
interested. I'm really interested in this, yeah, but I'm not an expert.
Yeah. So it's our disclaimer. If something goes wrong, guys, if something happens as a result of you listening to our advice, please please don't sue us. Okay, we are not experts. We're not experts. We're just guys that have an opinion. Okay. Well, we have got more comments here. Let's go through them quickly. In my case, I would like to have someone to motivate me to follow my strategy. I mean, I've been doing lately alternate day fasting. I have done some fasting as well. I don't do it as much these days, but I like fasting. I'm I'm pro fasting. If you know what you do, I think it can be quite effective. I can eat whatever I want, however I eat every other day. Well, as long as it works for you, Roger. As long, yeah, you know what's important in my opinion, Martin. You tell me if you agree or not. But we should always listen to our body.
Yeah, this is
We should
really, really
always,
good. Good.
no matter what you read or what you hear from people, always listen to your own body. What's your own body saying to you? Does your body like what you do to it or not? Don't do something that your body just doesn't like at all. Yeah. All right. A lot of comments about alcohol here. I'm just gonna quickly put it on screen like this. Okay, we don't have time for this, guys. We need to do the feedbacks section now. All right. So Martin, let's go through the feedback. Okay, so this is lesson 61. This is life lesson 61. Can't believe I have been doing it for so long. And here we go. Martin, how do you pronounce this word? Should I make it bigger? A little bit bigger, yeah?
Yes,
All right. How do you pronounce this word?
something.
Yeah. You need to, Martin, you
Yeah.
have a little, I don't want to say problem, but we can work on this sound here, yeah? The TH sound. So the way you are pronouncing it sounds exactly the same as the way you're pronouncing the initial letter here. You are saying
Uh,
something, yeah?
yeah.
But this is sound, but this is not sound. This is your
Something.
your your tongue has to touch your upper teeth. Something, something.
Something.
That's it.
Something.
That's it.
Okay.
No, you can do it. You can do it. You just need to practice
Something.
a little bit, and I'm sure you will get there. A good, useful word to talk about staying fit is consistency. Martin, help us with this. What does it mean to be consistent, and what's
Yeah,
consistency?
do it regularly. Yeah.
That's it. And where's the stress? Where's the stress in this word?
Con- consistency.
Yep,
Consistency. Consistency.
exactly. I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna start writing the stress syllable in capital letters. I think
Okay.
it's a very good way to show the stressed syllable. Here, the same here, consistent. Mhm. Then you use the word nutrition, yeah, kind of similar to the word diet, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. So when the words are blue, guys, this is the legend here. Yeah? This is what I do when I work with my private students as well. Um, Incorrect sentences are red. There's something wrong in those sentences. Useful vocabulary blue. If there is a pronunciation issue, let's say it's purple. Okay. So Martin, how do you pronounce this sentence?
I bought a book about endurance sports.
Okay. So this word
Bought.
again.
I bought a book.
So you have to be careful because bought is not the same as boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
the they have a different sound in them. Honestly, I should have the phonetic transcription here. I just need to. If you give me guys a second, I'll find it somewhere else. Hopefully, not here. Yeah, you would just have to bear with me, guys. I'm getting lost. Where am I? Let's find it here. Okay, no, not now. Basically, it's the O sound, right? The O sound, the long O.
I bought a book. Oh,
Actually, I can go to IPA, typeit.org. Yeah, O, long O. It's the symbol. The symbol for this sound, Martin, is this long O. I bought. Yeah,
bought.
it's the same as fought. The past tense from fight, fought. The past tense from seek, which is sought. The past tense from think, which is thought.
So,
Yeah, you need to pronounce this vowel O. Yeah. However, what you said incorrectly is boat, which has a different symbol. It's actually a diphthong. It's a vowel, which is like a double vowel. Yeah, it's this one, boat. So it's like phone or go or what? Show. Yeah. So two distinctly different sounds. So be careful about that. Okay. I noticed that sometimes, Martin, you use this. You're not very confident about using quantifiers. Yeah, quantifiers are some words which quantify, which talk about amount. Yeah, which talk about amount and number. Yeah. Sometimes you struggle with these. So this is what you said. When you sleep, time is. Maybe there's another way to say this. There's a better way to say this. Less is like a comparative, Less is a comparative. So you can say, I have less time than you. Yeah. Or these days we have less energy than we used to in the past, whatever. So it's like you're comparing two, but you don't want to say this here.
Yeah. I would say you can better say too short.
Exactly.
Yeah, too
Because
short.
you need an adjective, especially with the word too.
Yeah.
Too is used with an adjective. Time is too short. Okay. If you want to use a noun, you could say, when you sleep. No. Maybe you could say something like, it's too little. It's also like, in this case, an adjective, actually. Yeah. Time is too little, I suppose you could say. But it's not enough. You could just say it in a different way. It's never enough. It's not enough, right? You need more time to sleep. Little sleep is not good enough. It's not good for the whole recovery process. Yeah, that was a good. This sentence, there was no issue with that. There was no issue with this part. Yeah, I'm just gonna make it black. Okay. My sleeping habits aren't as optimal as it should be. So how could you fix this, Martin?
My sleeping habits. S should be without it or in the end.
To be honest, it's okay to use a subject in the. It's okay to use. You need the pronoun here. It's just, are you using the correct pronoun? Because it refers to something that is singular, that is in singular, right? Like a singular noun. But here you have the word habit. So you need something different that reflects.
A should be.
As?
A should be?
No. You need a pronoun instead of it. It is for singular, but if it's plural?
It.
My sleeping habits. You're talking about your sleeping habits, yeah?
Yeah. Plural.
And if you want to repeat, you want to talk about the same topic, but you don't want to repeat the sleeping habits. You just say, but you cannot say it, right? You have to say they.
They,
They.
yeah, they,
Yeah, they
yeah, yeah.
instead of it. Mhm. How do you pronounce this word, Martin?
Motivate.
Motivates. The stress is on the first syllable, and it's like is this sound mo. Yeah, this sound is at the beginning. Mo.
Mm, mm,
Motivate. Motivation. Motivation. Actually. You guys, I'm gonna write this down for you. Motivation. Motivation. Vation. Yeah, this syllable is stressed. Motivation. Both these words have this sound at the beginning. That it's like a vowel sound. O. Yeah.
mm.
Try it, Martin. Pronounce it.
Motivate.
And this one.
Motivation.
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 Yeah. What's wrong with this sentence?
It doesn't matter if it rains. Perhaps the if sentence. No, it's not. No, if it
No,
rains or
you can
not.
use the if
Yeah,
clause here. You can use the if
doesn't
clause.
matter. Whether it rain or not, I would say it's better. Huh?
Yes, you could say it like that, of
Mm.
course. But to be honest, a lot of people would just say if. I think it's a little bit faster. I don't see a problem with using if, but there is a problem with again it and the
Uh,
verb. What do you need? What form does this verb need to be in? It's the third person singular, isn't it?
yes.
So do you say it rain every day? Is that correct?
No, it
Sorry.
is raining every day.
But what if you don't want to use the here? You don't want to use the continuous form, right? You want to
Mm.
use present simple. So it every day.
It
What should you say?
rains. It rains. It rains. Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
So you need exactly the same here. So
Yeah. It
so
rains.
how would you correct yourself then?
Oh. Such a mistake.
It doesn't matter. No, how would you say it correctly then? Don't
Doesn't
feel bad.
matter
Yeah.
if it rains or not.
Martin, by the way, I don't want you to feel bad about this. Yeah, I tell
No.
all my
Yeah.
students that mistakes are part of learning process,
Mm.
and I believe you need to know. It's the same. It's the same as if I hired a fitness instructor and they would tell me about my about the way I run or about the way that I swim. It's their job to do that. It's exactly the same for me. I'm supposed to help you with the mistakes, but if you make mistakes, I don't want you to feel bad about them. Like there are some teachers who correct every single mistake, who interrupt students when they are trying to express themselves, and then what happens is as a result of that they lose confidence, you know? So it's important to do it in the right way. So that's why we have this feedback section at the end, yeah, where we look at these things. And also I try to encourage you to correct yourself before I tell you the right answer. Yeah. What about this one, Martin? I think it sounds a little bit too formal. I mean, haven't instead of haven't, how can you make a negative from the verb to have? This like some people might like write it in a formal paper or something, but like,
Have not. Or
well, how do you make a negative out of a verb? Yeah. I say I have
I
to
have,
do I can say I have to do a lot today. How do you make a negative out of that? I
don't have.
Yes, I don't
Don't
have to
have.
do exactly.
Don't have. Yeah.
I think it sounds a little bit better if you say if you do running, your arms don't have to do too much. I
Yeah.
think that sounds a little bit better than
Yeah.
this. Yeah,
Mhm.
like it is. it is possible, like in formal writing, some people might write it like that, but it doesn't sound right in speaking, in my opinion.
Mm.
This one, you said swimming trunk.
Trunks,
I
trunks,
think I think it's I
trunks.
think
Yeah,
it's one of those plural nouns like
yeah,
jeans,
exactly. Yeah. Mm.
jeans, trousers,
Yeah,
swimming trunks. Yeah. All right. How do you pronounce this word?
exhausted, exhausted,
Exhausted. Exhaust. Sorry.
exhausted,
Sorry.
exhausted,
I'll say it again. Exhausted.
exhausted,
Exhausted.
exhausted,
I'm gonna check
exhausted.
quickly in a dictionary, but in my opinion,
Exhausted.
exhausted. Yeah, exhausted. hmm The stress is on this syllable. Exhausted.
Exhausted.
Now, this one, I made a mistake in this one myself, and I realized it. So, how should you pronounce this one, Martin?
Endurance, endurance,
Endurance.
endurance.
Exactly. Exactly. So, where is the stress? Where's the stress?
And Jew,
Ju,
I would say.
yeah,
You,
endurance.
endurance.
Endurance. Yeah. Here it is. Endurance.
Mm.
Ju. Yeah. So this part is stressed. Okay. I'm gonna just put it on this page. Endurance. Uh, then I was teaching you this phrasal verb to take up a
Take it
sport.
up.
So, do you know what it means, Martin? If you take up a new sport,
To start?
yeah,
To start a new sport? Or
you start doing
begin?
you start doing a particular activity. It's
Yeah.
used especially when you haven't done this before, or if it's not part of your routine, and then you want to start it.
Ah.
Yeah, you want to give it a go, sort of. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then again, you use this word
Yeah.
less in a strange way here. So, and then you said, and then your
Yeah.
endurance gets less. It was a bit strange.
Yeah.
How, maybe you can use just a verb. What can
We
you
said,
use?
I think, decrease.
Decreases,
Decreases.
decreases. You just have to
Decreases.
make sure again that it's if it's s with s at the end, right?
Yeah.
Because
Decreases.
endurance is it's
Mm.
an it's third person it's an uncountable noun, right? So it's
Yeah.
like third person singular. Decreases, or you could use gets, but you have to use something else. Gets worse. You could say gets
Worse.
worse.
Yeah. Get worse. Yeah.
Gets worse. Mm.
Mm.
Okay. Then he said this. I started to thinking about swimming. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. I started to think about swimming. Yeah.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
Then I really liked this uh, collocation: an indoor swimming pool. So indoor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody knows this is the opposite of
Outdoor.
outdoor, or a lake, yeah, or a
Mm.
river, whatever. An indoor swimming pool. To go swimming for about one an hour. You said 1 an hour. What's
One
wrong with
hour. 1 hour. Yeah. For about
about
1 hour.
1 hour? What if you
Yeah.
want to say 0 0.5 hours? How do you say that?
0.5 hours.
What's yeah? How do you say
Oh.
that
Mm.
in English?
Ah,
You go
0.
swimming for
Half an hour. Half an
half
hour.
an hour. Yeah,
Half
exactly.
an hour.
For half an hour. Yes. What about 1.5? How do you say that?
And a half hour.
One and a half
One and a half
hours,
hour.
actually.
Hours. Okay.
One
And a half.
one and a half, one and a half hours. Yeah. It's interesting that we say hours here, but we have to because it's more than one. Yeah.
Mm.
1.5 hours, as far as I know. Okay. Uh, to drink in moderation means to drink within limits, to drink reasonably. And Martin, help me out with pronunciation here.
I've never thought about joining a running club
I
or
never,
club.
I
I
never,
never talked. I never
I never
thought.
thought,
Thought.
thought,
Thought. I
yeah,
never. I never thought about joining
joining
a
joining a
running
running
club.
club. Yeah.
Club.
And this one, how do you pronounce this one?
I'm really interested in it.
Perfect. So the
Interested.
stress is on in. Here we need to be careful about how you stress this syllable. Interested.
Interested.
Some
Interested.
people say interested or something like that. No, interested. Interesting. The stress is on in. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, Martin. I think that will be it for today. We'll quickly check if there are any more comments. But I think that's where we will leave it. Okay, Max quit drinking almost 18 years ago, and he doesn't want to die because of it. Like quit drinking almost 18 years ago. Don't want to die due to it. Due to it. Yeah, due to something. It can be used to talk about the reason, right? And I think it's a bit strange to say it here, but I guess it's okay. But I would say because of it.
Mhm.
From it? Could you say from it? From you die of you die from drinking. You die from drinking. Oh my god. You know what? If I'm not sure, I just go to scale.com. I write die from drinking. Scale.sketchengine.eu it's called. To die from drinking, okay, not that many hits, 0.01 hits per million. And to die of drinking is even less common. Hmm. How about die out of drinking? It's not gonna be common at all, I think. No, that's nonsense. So I would say because of it, maybe it's the best. All right, Martin. All good?
Thank you for having me
Yeah,
on the
anytime,
lesson.
man. I just forgot that we didn't mention the phrase to keep yourself in good shape. There's a
Yeah,
phrase to stay in good shape, but keep yourself in good shape. So we should wish you that.
yeah.
Stay in good shape. Keep doing what you're doing. You're great, and I think you are a motivation for a lot of us. So thank you very much, and thanks to our viewers, whoever was watching us live. Thanks for getting involved in the super chat. And if you're watching this later on, if you didn't catch the live show, then feel free to leave comments as well. And if you want to help out this channel, give us a like. Martin, have a good one,
Okay.
man.
You
Take care.
too. Zdenek, take care.
Bye.
Bye.